Guys, DIY right here. I want to talk to you about this Neje or Neje laser. I wanted to make a quick introduction to this because this is a lot longer of a video, but I go into a lot of detail. I just got a replacement laser because my first one, it was skipping really bad. I'd be halfway through a project and it would skip, about an inch, and then the whole project was off. I show you in detail about how it was skipping and talk about it a little bit. I do an unboxing of the new one. It skips like crazy, even worse than the original. And then I finally figure out what the problem is at the end, and it's a piece of cake. I love this thing now. It's doing great. So here's the rest of the video. And today I wanted to talk to you about this laser engraver that I got last week. I actually have a new one sitting here because this one started malfunctioning. I ran it for probably about 30 hours, I'd say, and probably 20 hours into it, it started skipping. It'd be burning something, and then all of a sudden the motor would skip on the track. And I tried tightening it. There's a way you can tighten the band or loosen it, whatever you need to do. And no matter what I did, it would get worse. It just wasn't working. So I started thinking, hopefully, maybe just something's wrong with this motor. It spins so fast, the teeth just grind out the motor or the rubber band. So I'm going to do an unboxing of the new one and run it and go over everything with you guys. If this one does run right, the laser itself works great. Does some awesome stuff. You can go from just doing pictures of someone to engraving deep into pieces of wood, whatever you need to do. So hopefully this next one works. So I'm going to unbox this and show you guys how you set it up. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing already that I like better is this time it came in a box. The original time that I ordered it, it came in foam packaging and it was taped up. So just the fact that this is in a box makes me happier. Instructions. Power cord, okay. Safety glasses. They do package it really pretty good. Okay, so this is the arm that sticks out. It just has these 4 holes there. It's a lot easier to connect the laser right here at this point. There's just a little tab that this sticks in. Okay. And then here. Okay. And in your bag here, you'll have some bolts. You got 4 of these little bolts. And you have one more wire connection. Make sure these bolts are pretty tight. You don't want them vibrating after time. Okay, so one of the first things that I'm going to do, just so that I know that the belt is always in the right place, is, so this whole arm right here pivots. There's little set screws on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and scratch in where it is from the factory. That way I know that's where I need to tighten it if it does ever loosen up again. Okay, so if you were doing this brand new, you got to go to their website and download their software. It is easy. This one right here works off of a Mac and most Windows. And it really is pretty quick and extremely easy to do. So since I already have it installed, I really shouldn't have to do anything other than plug it in. Whenever you have the app loaded, as soon as you open it, yep, perfect. So it's already ready to go. So I'm going to move the camera now, show you this program that it comes with, and go over some stuff with you on that, and then we'll fire this thing up and get it burning. Okay guys, hopefully this angle is okay for you guys to see. So this is the program that comes up whenever you open up your app. This is the Neje or Neje, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, N-E-J-E. This laser is the 3500 master. So you have your tutorial right here. This basically just kind of shows you everything that you can do. It's basically 150 by 150 millimeter space that you can use for sketching. You have your gallery here. This is just all the pre-done stuff that you can get in here and do, and we'll go over one of these here in a second. Then you can add your own pictures too. The easiest thing to do, instead of adding your pictures, is if you get into your personal photos, you can just click on that photo and drag it in to here, and it'll go right away. So let's start off with doing one of these pictures. Let's see. Let's just do this tricycle. So here is where you can kind of adjust and crop it a little bit, bring in the sides. Okay. Press OK. Now here's where you can adjust the height and the width of it. So let's not make it too big. Let's just go 75 millimeters. And so it'll put it up to that. Next, it gets really kind of cool. So this is your different engravings that it'll do. The darker stuff is going to take a little bit longer. It's going to be a little bit deeper of a cut. So let's start off with this one. Here you can also adjust the size and stuff too. Here you can rotate it, flip it, reverse it, whatever you need to do. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So here's where it gets kind of interesting. So I'm going to leave this. I'm not going to start burning it yet, but I'm going to hold the camera here and kind of show you guys. So there's this button right here, shows this square. Now this is going to turn the laser on and show you the square in the space that it's going to burn. So that will show you exactly where you're at. So if you wanted to get, you know, your test piece of wood, that's where it's going to burn. Okay. Now you can also do the center point, and that'll show you the dead center of where it's at. Now here's where it gets really cool. If you're getting into some pretty serious stuff and you want to really measure out, say you needed to know exactly where this edge of this handlebar was, you can click on it and it will move exactly to where that handlebar is. So say you want to check the other one, the other side of the handlebar, that's where it's at. Say you want to know where the tires were on the etching. Boom, you're right there. So that's really kind of a neat thing about this. The only other thing that I wish that they did was put some presets in it, so that whenever you're doing this, you know, so right here is the burn time, 5 milliseconds, and so that's a pretty quick, fast one. You have your laser power here from 0% to 100. Now, what I wish they did was give you some presets, recommendations of, you know, if you want it to look like this on a piece of wood, it already is set to the milliseconds that it wants and set to the power that it needs. But it does not do that, so you're going to have to play around with this a lot. Get just a scrap piece of wood and just start playing. Test things. See exactly what you're wanting to do. So we want this to be fairly dark. So I'm going to put this at 100%, and I'm going to put this, we'll put it at 50 milliseconds for now. So let's see what we can do, and I'm also going to show you the wheel that was skipping before, and hopefully this one's not going to do that. All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm going to pause it really quick. The other thing that you want to do is put your safety goggles on. I have this other set. And right on the bottom of this laser is the adjustment. Now you want that pinhole to be just as tight as it can be. You don't want it to be blurry. You want that to be just zoned right in perfectly. So that's about right. Okay, I'm going to press play again. And so if I was to go back to that 50 milliseconds and turn it way back, go lower, that laser is going to really speed up. Almost to a point where you're probably not even going to see anything unless you were doing something on, you know, some paper or whatever. So right now it's at 6 milliseconds, so you can kind of see what it's doing a little bit. I'm going to bump it up to 20 just so it'll do a little bit of burning, and then you can really kind of see it come along. And I'll show you too here in a sec, the tricycle on the computer screen, everywhere that it's burned in has now turned red on the screen, so you kind of know where it's at. They do make an upgraded laser for this. I think it's about $80, and it's the 7000. So maybe one day I'll get that. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So you can see the handlebars starting to come in there. This spot up here where it missed, that's just from whenever I turned the burning time way down. Okay, so I'm going to test this thing now and show you some of the things that it was faulting on my first original one. Right now I'm going to press pause, and it's going to reset itself. Now I'm going to press play and see if it comes back to that same spot. See, so it did not. It has skipped a little bit. You can see this bicycle bar here. See how it's coming off the side? So now it is completely messed up. See how it went off? So is what's happening, maybe you can hear this. I'm going to press play and you're going to hear a sound. It's this. Hold on, let me explain it again. Pause. When this is in transport, it moves real slow, and then all of a sudden this moves fast. This does not have the gears in it. The gear is back here. So this wheel that's in here is actually skipping on this rubber band. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. That's the only other problem with this product is you cannot find anybody to call on it. You can't go to the Neje or Neje website and get a hold of people. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Now, if I was to have just kept it going, it would probably be fine. However, there's going to be times where, let's see if I can explain this in a picture that I can find. Say you're doing something like this, and that laser works from the top down, okay? So where it's going to skip is, it'll probably do all of this fine, but whenever it's over here, and then in transport, it goes really fast over here, and that's when that wheel skips, is coming in between here. So I'm going to have to do one of these and see what happens in this long duration here. I'm going to get everything set up to this one now and see what happens. Okay. See, what the heck was that? One other thing I'm going to do really quick is there's a reset button right here. I'm going to hold it in and reset this. Once that skips, this belt is always going to be off, and so if you reset it, now it's zeroed out, okay? And so now I'm going to go back and try it again. See how it's already skipped off. I'm going to try burning this one pretty fast. See, every one of those weird sounds right there, that was it skipping. So you can see here on the screen, the red, that's where it's already done. I have it burning so fast right now, it's not really even burning. My main thing that I wanted to see is if it's going to skip from here over to here whenever it's traveling. So everything sounds fine now. Alright, we're about to the point where it's going to start doing the longer section. See? Look at that. Hitting. Yeah, hear that? Skipping more and more and more all the time. Like it skips so much, it's going to clear out to here. Look. So it failed so bad right there, it actually gave me an alert. So, yeah, guys, I don't know what to think. You know, whenever it works good, I mean, the laser itself really does work nice. But I just can't get this to run properly. So I'm going to do a little bit more investigating on it, and maybe it's the software itself is trying to run the motor too fast in those weird spots. The only time it skips is whenever it's in fast travel mode. It's just skipping more and more and more. So, it was that last part there burning from here over to here. And this is where it was supposed to be burnt. Oh, no, it's not even going to do that anymore. Please re-import the image. Yeah, so. Man. Yeah, so for right now, I'm not recommending this. The other one actually worked better. So right now this thing is useless. So I'm going to do some digging, see if I can figure out maybe it's a software problem with the Mac. I know Macs are a little bit tougher to do stuff on. So all the other videos I've seen, work great. So I don't know what's going on. So anyways, hopefully I can get it going. If I do get it going again, I will do another video and let you guys know what the problem was. If not, these guys are going back. Alright, thanks. Please subscribe and like my video. Let me know if this helped you make a decision. It's kind of disappointing. So, alright guys, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I figured out the problem, and it is very easy to fix the skipping problem. What I noticed was whenever I had it unplugged, I had a tough time moving this. It was real jittery, it didn't move smooth. And so what I did is put it on its side, and I put some like gear oil, just like a drop of gear oil there, here, and one up here, and then just kind of sat here, worked it in a little bit, and it stopped skipping. This moves easy. So these bearings were just dry. So try that if you are having problems with it skipping on you, and hopefully that'll work for you. So piece of cake, it works good now.